Do you struggle to close high-paying clients? I mean, when you get on a phone with someone and you know they're a really good fit for your program or product or service, but you just can't close the sale. Hey, my name's Luke Charlton, aka The Aussie Herder, and I'm going to show you how to solve that problem in this training right now. So one of the big things that I struggled with when I started my coaching business back in 2013 was I do a lot of sales calls. My closing rate was probably 10 out of every 10 to 12 sales calls that I would do, I would get one new client. Yeah. Now that is a lot of time to give up to close one client. So I want to ask you, are you in a similar position? Maybe you're not doing that bad, but you're doing a lot of sales calls just to close one high paying client. It's a super frustrating spot to be in. And for me, I'm just not that great at sales. Yeah, I really don't like getting on a phone to quote unquote close a prospect. Now, a lot of salesmen that teach that they can do that. They're really good at that. Like that's their genius zone. Yeah. But that's not me. So I didn't know that, back then, I didn't know that there was a different way. I just thought like, if you want to close high paying clients, you got to get good at selling. So I read the books, I went through the courses, and no matter how much of a diligent student I was at learning sales, I could never get to the place that these gurus promised, right? Everything turned around for me when I realized that you could actually, so you've got marketing and sales, right? So you could actually use your marketing to get someone on the phone who is ready to buy before you've actually said a word to them, yeah? And this was a complete revelation to me, to be able to speak to prospects on the phone that, first of all, showed up to the call, right? So I did got a lot of appointments for people not showing up. So if you're in that spot, this training is going to help you with that as well. But also showing up and they actually want to invest in my program, and they already know me, and they already have a relationship with them, and they already know that I can help them. So they see me as an expert. So it was a complete revelation to me, someone who's really terrible. And even to this day, I'm really not that good at selling to a prospect that I have no relationship with. But someone who, gets on the phone, they like me, they trust me, they know that I can help them, they know I've got a great product that can help them, they're ready to buy, I can close those people really, really well, yeah? And I'm sure if you have got those types of appointments, you could close those people really well as well, yeah? Anyone could, because they're ready to buy. They're basically just they're just wondering which level to invest at. Should I invest at the $1,000 level or the $5,000 level? Yeah, so that's really like the final decision, and that's really how my conversations go now. It's like, what level of coaching do you want in this program? Do you want to come in at this level, or do you want to come at this level? And that's really what we talk about on our sales calls now, right? Because they already are ready to buy it. Now let me ask you a question. Are those the types of sales calls that you want to experience in your business? Okay, well, if you want that type of sales call, then you have to get away from the methods that deliver you appointments with people that have no idea who you are. What you want to do is you want to use marketing to get people on the phone who know you, have a relationship with you, see you as an expert, know that you can help them, and know that you have a great product or service that can help them as well. Now, how the heck do you do that? How do you do that? Well, it's very, very simple. You stop focusing on the bright, shiny objects, the guru funnels over here, and you focus on the fundamentals over here. The fundamentals that a lot of these quote-unquote gurus are using, but they don't really teach, right? So let me give you an example. The number one fundamental, and this is what this training is based around. The number one fundamental is email, yeah? So we've all heard the phrase, the money is in the list. The money is in the list. And maybe you even have an email, you have an email list as well. And maybe you've tried to email that list, and maybe you've realized, wait, there's no money email list. The gurus are lying to me about that as well. And that's what I thought as well for the longest time. So for the longest time, I didn't use email. And for the longest time, because of that, I suffered for that decision. So when I moved to London, I got one new client in 12 months from none of the marketing methods that I was implementing, came back to Australia with a lot of debt. And that gave me the opportunity to step back and look at what I was doing wrong. And one of the things I was doing too many marketing methods, so I was unfocused, and I was chasing bright, shiny objects. But I also got the time to observe, like, what are the most successful coaches and experts and gurus doing? And one of the things you'll notice, all the gurus that you follow, what are they using? They all use email. A lot of them don't, most of them don't teach it, but they use it. So you've got to ask yourself, like, if they're using it, but they're not teaching it, why? Because it's not sexy, right? Everyone's heard about email, but email is where the money is made. Okay, so you build your list, right? So you get people to opt into your email list, and then you send consistent emails. Now, here's the power in this strategy, and this is what I'm talking about, using your marketing to speak to people who are ready to buy. The power of email over all other methods is that you have the ability to follow up, right? So you can send an email today, then you can send an email tomorrow, you can send an email the next day. And with each new email, right? So one email, you could overcome one objection. The next email, you could talk about a benefit for your product. And the next email, you could overcome another objection. The next email, you could demonstrate, each email is still adding value, but you can still overcome objections along the way. You can still build the desire for your product along the way. You're still demonstrating your expertise, and you're building the relationship until one day you're going to send an email and they're going to be ready to buy. And who are they going to think about? They're going to think about you because you're the one that's been building the relationship. But here's the key to all this. When you promote at the end of your email and they're ready to buy, right, they're going to be jumping on your calendar. They already have a relationship with you. They already know that you're an expert because you've been demonstrating every single day in your emails. They already know about your program because naturally when you're delivering value and you're going to be talking about your program in your emails, right? So they know about all that. They know they have a relationship. They know you're an expert. They know about your program. So by the time they jump on the sales call, it's a very different type of sales call than what you're typically probably used to, yeah? It's a one where they know who you are and they're ready to sign up. It's just like, what level do they want to come in at? It's so simple, and I understand that because I've been promised the world by these gurus, and I followed the bright shiny objects. And I've implemented the tripwire funnels, the book funnels, the invisible funnels, the webinar funnels, all that complicated stuff. It was when I actually observed what they were doing to succeed and implemented that, even though it wasn't the sexiest approach, that I actually start to succeed. Now, did I achieve overnight success? No, of course. I had to learn how to email. I had to be consistent with my emails. I had to be consistent with building my list. But that's all it is. As long as I know that I'm consistently getting opt-ins and consistently getting, sending out my email, I'm going to get consistent clients. Yeah. So if you're in a place where you'd love like really good quality appointments and you'd love to be able to get on the phone with people that love you and that want to sign up to your programs before you actually speak a word to them, then I have a workshop called the 15-minute client. Yeah, now this is not your typical guru workshop that, where the guru comes on, they tell their rags to riches story for 45 minutes, then they have crappy fluffy content for 15 and they'll pitch you for another 60. This is not that at all. This is a balls to the wall, high content, high teaching masterclass that you can take the information and implement it in your business at the end to start getting high paying clients. So it's called the 15-minute client. And it's going to show you the 15-minute daily email that I use to turn tiny lists into high-paying clients. So you don't need some big. You do need an email list, okay? So you can, if you don't have an email list, you can still attend the workshop and learn the email, but it's not going to be that useful to you. So you do actually need some type of list. It doesn't need to be a huge guru list. So if you've got that, yeah, and you've got a program that people actually, you've got a great product or service, you've got those two things, an email list and a really good product, then this workshop is going to be super, super valuable to you. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, again, it's a free workshop. It's on demand. You can watch it at your own, on your own schedule. So click here now, go register for that. Remember it's a lot of content. So bring a pad and a pen to write down a ton of notes and then go and actually implement that, and you'll be surprised with your results. So my name's Luke Charlton, aka the Aussie Hermit, and I look forward to seeing you in the 15-minute client workshop. So click here around this video to register now. And I look forward to hearing your results. See you then. Cheers.